So I was not gonna watch this movie. I saw the trailer and I was kind of turned off. It just seemed like Asians trying to show off their money, and it's just not my type of movie. Um, but then I thought, oh, you know what? It's a good idea to buy a ticket and show these big studios that this is a good idea to have more Asians as normal roles. Um, and then of course somebody bailed on my friend and I got a free ticket. So initially, I just have to say the trailer did the movie a huge disservice. It just looked like, oh, it's just Asians with money, it's gonna be a cheap rom com, and that's it. And I was surprised at how culturally layered it was. There were many times when the audience, who were a lot of them were Asian, there was some white people too, which is nice. And there were times when something would happen that Asians who grew up Asian, whether it's in Asia or outside of Asia, would know, and the audience picked up on that. Obviously, the Asians anyway, and it's rare to see that in a theater. You can see that in an Asian movie at home or whatever, but not necessarily in the West in theater. So it's pretty cool. To see in the beginning when the white employees at the hotel looking down on the Asian guests, turning down their reservation. I appreciated that, especially that was in 1995, and so you know there's still other races looking down on Asians today, so that we shouldn't shy away from that. That was good. Um, there was a scene where Constance Wu, I believe is the name of the actress, her character meets the leading man's mom and does something. I won't spoil it. And all the Asians were like, oh, "No, you didn't do that." And I'm not sure if, I guess it's pretty. Even if you're not Asian, you probably understand what's going on. Again, that's one of those things where oh, it's you're in the West, you're watching an Asian movie, and the Asian audience picks up on something that you recognize. It's not something you see often in the West. I don't think anyway. Unless it's like an Asian movie screening or something, rather than an Asian American screening. Ken Jeong, Ken Jeong made a joke that when we first hear it, we all know this is where this is going. It's gonna be talking about this particular continent, and it was actually a jab at America, and I thought that was actually pretty clever, pretty funny. Um, and I'm not going to spoil it again. You'll have to see for yourself, but it's pretty funny. It was pretty good. um, there was another jab at American culture, I guess. This time it was Michelle Yeoh's character. Um, yeah, it was a jab at American culture. I'll just leave it at that, and I'll let you watch and decide for yourself what you think about that. And there was a scene when uh, Constant Constance Wu's character was playing mahjong with Michelle Yeoh's character, and I don't know too much about mahjong, to be honest. Never really played it. Played it maybe once, and I forgot the rules already. And it was one of those scenes where it's like I'm gonna play a game with somebody that I don't really like, and through my moves, whether it's chess or tennis, I'm gonna illustrate what has happening or what I feel towards you. One of those scenes, right? We see that a lot with like sports, tennis, one-on-one games, stuff like that. And even though I didn't know the rules at the end where she she I guess pulls out a trump card or something. She had a really good hand, equating that with poker. You can tell there were a lot of people who know mahjong in the audience, and they were like, "Oh shit!" And I didn't know what was happening, but I still got what was going on. So that was another cool moment, and this movie actually made me question my Asian identity in the sense that for the past couple of years I kind of ignored Asian culture. I was born and raised in Canada. Didn't really spend too much time in Asia, but growing up I still I was raised on it. Technically my first language is Mandarin, and I listen to Asian music. But for the past few years, I kind of ignored it, and I kind of ignored Asian standards, cultural, societal Asian standards. And watching this film kind of made me think, man, am I letting something or someone down? It kind of made me question that. So, yeah, this movie was more than just a cheap rom-com. And the trailer, I don't know who cuts these trailers, man, but they need to. Something needs to be done about that department, because it's. The trailer was just awful. It just makes you think, it's gonna be a cheap rom-com, people showing off their money, and that's it. There's not gonna be much substance to it. Not the case. Not the case. So, it's even though we got to watch the movie for free, thanks, Sam. This might actually be one of those times. I mean, not one of those times, because I don't really ever do this. I don't even think I've ever been to a movie twice, the same movie twice before. But to kind of support this movement, I think I might actually go buy a ticket and watch it again and show it to somebody who wouldn't really want to watch it on their own. So, yeah, that's my review. Have you seen it? Let me know what you think. And if it's not your movie, I get it. Based on the trailer, you don't think it's gonna be your kind of movie. I get it. I was that guy. But I'd say give it a shot. So, yeah, thanks for watching.